Hello, everyone, and welcome to the last show match for today. I probably just scared everybody that's watching right now with the thing. I am joined by the wonderful and splendiferous Covert Muffin. How are you today, Covert?
I'm doing great. Shy surprise.
Surprise! Third time in a row's a charm.
Boom. Nailed it.
Boom! Nailed it. So, we're gonna go ahead and get right into the meat of everything because it's 3:16 in the morning for Loopyloo, or it's 3:20, I guess now. So we are going to go ahead and open up with, we need to know who you are, what your preferred race is, what league you're in,
Name,
and
race, region, rank, favorite arcade map.
favorite arcade map. Thank you. Thank you,
Boom.
Covert. Your overwhelming energy is keeping us going today.
Anything for you, Threxor.
All right, I'll start.
Yeah, totally.
All right, go for it.
All right, sorry, I had the stream up and got confused. I'm Gurthang. I'm Gurthang3019 in the chat. I play Protoss on NA. I'm gold, and my favorite arcade is probably Mono Battles because that's really the only one I've ever played.
Oh,
And
yeah.
Mono Battles.
Oh, yeah. Love mono battles.
Mono Battles is legit. It's the most legit.
I-
Right.
I'm a tryhard. I stay out of arcade for some reason.
All right, Loopyloo. Ready, set, go. Boom! Look at that. Look at that copy pasta. All right, so he's Loopyloo. He's gonna do random for fun, but he mains Zerg. He's in EU and gold. His favorite arcade is probably Mono Battles or Desert Strike CX, which is totally awesome. Oh wait, was that an emote that I just didn't read? Whatever. Desert Strike, awesome. With some emote that I'm not aware of because I don't internet enough apparently.
I don't know. I also don't know what it is. Looks like a magnet with an X.
That totally works. Or it's like an O face.
Or maybe it's an X with a huge tumor coming out of the side of it. We
Oh.
don't know, Threxor,
I have
but we
no
do
idea.
know that.
Okay,
We
so
love StarCraft.
if you could both PM me in StarCraft 2, rock, paper, or scissors.
The moment of truth.
No stream cheating. He already sent it to me, so we're good. All right, so we have rock from Gurthang and we have scissors from Loopyloo. So Gurthang, do you wish
Knew it.
to veto first or second?
I will veto first, and I will veto Inferno Pools.
Boom! Inferno Pools is off the chart.
So screw that map.
All right, Loopyloo, your veto.
Who invited that map to the party? Jerks.
All right, you guys are gonna have to tell me what he vetoes because I don't have the stream up, so I can't see what he's saying to you.
He is vetoing Vonnie Research Station.
No!
I literally
Aw.
was just waiting for the response.
Oh, that's one of my favorite ones. I will veto Overgrowth because it's old and boring.
Old and boring, out the window, and no, fuck! Alright, last one, Loopyloo.
Jerk.
Catalina, alright, Catalina, gone. Alright, Gurthang, which map would you like to experience the
Right.
awesomeness?
Let's start on Deadwing.
Deadwing, boom. Loopyloo, which one would you like to see second? You have Secret Spring or Expedition Lost? Secret Spring is going to be map 2, and map 3 is going to be Expedition Lost. So, with that being said, I'm going to ask you both to leave the Skype call as I get the rest of this wonderful stuff set up.
Hooray! Bye-bye!
Hooray! Bye-bye! Good luck! Have fun! Wow, they left in unison. That was awesome.
Wow. Makes me hope for a close matchup as well, Threxor.
I'm really looking forward to this. So we're going to have a random player, and we're going to have a not random player.
Boom.
I'm not gonna lie, there is so much work that goes into setting up a stream like this that oftentimes, as the conversations are happening and I'm trying to do multiple things, I tend to only catch half of a conversation.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
I completely missed what Gurthang is playing as.
Drexor, it's okay, because I was like so upset by Vani Research Station being banned that I just like totally lost track of what was going on. Looks like Gurthang's gonna do the Protoss. Everett.
Oh my goodness, we now have 2 random players for funsies.
Oh!
This could be bad. So one mains is Protoss, the other mains is Zerg, correct? I think is what they said.
Yeah, I think you might be correct. The reason why I say might is because I don't remember for the life of me.
Okay, so we're going. We're on. Game on. Here we go. We're all
You know
in.
what?
We're all in, boys.
Yeah, here we go. There we go. Get some nice table flipping action in.
Super excited.
Yeah, starting off on the only 4-player map in the pool. I wonder if we'll see like a long macro game out of this, or we'll see some sort of cheeky play.
It depends on what they spawn as, really. Like if they spawn with a race that they're comfortable with, awesome. If they spawn with a race that they're really uncomfortable with, we're probably going to see some really weird stuff out of this matchup.
You know what I hope I see, Threxor? Is they both spawn as Terran, and then just build command centers for the entire game.
Not everybody can be as awesome as you.
And it doesn't look like my wish came true.
All right, so spawning in the top right-hand position as the red Protoss player, which I believe is his favorite race because that's what he had selected in the match before. We have from the Day 9 LC, aka the Ladder or Learning Clan, one of the two, Gurthang. There's so many Day 9 clans, like Day 9 themed clans. I can't remember them all.
Yeah, man. Alright, and in the bottom right corner, also spawning as Protoss, we have the random player, Loopyloo. Swivel action.
So we've got a PvP on right now.
Yeah, we do. On a 4-player map, of all things.
4-player map.
This will be great. I always find it funny with PvP as sort of hailed as the matchup where the first person to expand usually loses. But we see in Heart of the Swarm a lot more early expand builds coming out. So I'm not sure if we'll see some sort of one base all-in from one of these players. But it'll also be interesting on the 4-player map because they don't exactly know where they start.
Yeah, so they don't know where their opponent is. I don't think... So Gurthang is actually doing really well. This kind of leads me to believe that this is totally his favorite race. Mostly because of the fact that building placement. So Pylon, Gateway, Assimilator right next to each other helps protect the mineral line from any sort of rampaging blings or pretty much anything. Loopyloo just kind of built these Gateway out in the middle of nowhere next to the Pylon. I mean, they're touching, which is awesome, and he's spamming like crazy, which is also awesome.
Yeah, one thing I do like about Loopyloo's sort of gateway placement is actually it's closer to the ramp, as you'll see. So any sort of early unit can sort of get there a couple seconds sooner. But also both players building their gateway closer to their nexus is a smart move. Just in case there's an early aggression, they have a mothership core out for that photon overcharge.
Yeah, definitely. So Gurthang's going to see this first. He's going to already know where Loopyloo is, and we already have the turrets doing some work in the base. Pylon goes down the main base for Gurthang. This is going to be really interesting.
Yeah. So I'm guessing we'll see some early warp gate play here from Gurthang. It looks like he's throwing down 2 gas, so this probably isn't going to be a 4-gate. But we only see 1 gas taken by Loopyloo so far. Oh, these scouts with the zealot! Oh, does he see it? Oh no, he's moving away. He's moving away. Oh no, he has to have seen it. Oh no, what is he doing? I'm really stressed, Threxor.
I'm very, very stressed as well. But I seem to be having an issue with one of my processes is not quite working. There we go.
Okay.
So we'll dedicate a little more processing power to that and see if that smooths it out. It seems that we're...
All right, and we see our first really big deviation between these two players. It looks like Loopyloo's going for an early expand, while Gurthang's actually throwing down
There
an
it
additional.
is. He saw it.
Oh yeah, look at that, and he's picking up that nice first pylon. But I really do like Gurthang throwing down that additional pylon. Unfortunately, it's not on the high ground there, so he can't warp up there, and he also has limited vision due to that bush. But it's still closer to his base and sort of out of the way, so that if he needs to do some sort of counterattack potential, he has that available as a tool in his belt. Oh, and look at this. We see, like, 2 gateways out of Loopyloo and the warp gate coming out. He'll be able to defend this base nicely unless Gurthang pushes out with this small sort of army. But it looks like he's probably going to be opting to also take an early natural base. With this early mothership core and a sentry, he'll be able to get enough energy on that sentry to have a really nice guardian shield to deal with any sort of early stalker aggression that might come out. It looks like just both players are macroing up.
Is this? Ooh. Yeah, this is double forge from Loopyloo.
Yeah, look at that. He's definitely going to probably go for some sort of gateway-focused opening then if he's going to be spending a lot of gas. It'll be really interesting to see what he does with these first 2 upgrades.
This is very reminiscent. So I'm watching the way Loopyloo has been playing this, and it feels like he's trying to play it like he's a Zerg player. Like the really fast warp gates with the double forge.
Oh no!
Into a Twilight Council. Oh no, there's an engagement going on. I'm missing it because stalkers and sentries and awesomeness.
It's okay. Loopyloo has a really nice positioning at this top of the ramp. Luckily, even though he accidentally split up his stalkers there, he was able to keep all 3 alive, and so he's going to be able to take this nice fortification here. And it looks like he's getting an early Twilight Council as well to sort of complement this double upgrades and keep the path stampeding forward.
Yeah, so do you think that Twilight Council's for charge, or is it for like High Templars eventually?
So we actually see him going into a blink play here, but right now there's a huge engagement going on at this front of the ramp. And it looks like Gurthang's actually able to get some ground here, but there is this pylon that's being left unharassed that he could easily surround his enemy with. Oh, it looks like Gurthang has to retreat down this ramp. But it looks like both Gurthang and Loopyloo are able to establish their natural expansion back home. So it looks like they're kind of on even footing right now, but it looks like Gurthang's taking a small army lead, and we do not see a mothership core out of Loopyloo, so this is slightly concerning for me.
Well, if it's not Loopyloo's main race, I can see how you forget about the mothership core, though.
Yeah, the really nice thing, though, is that this 1-1 is finishing up for Loopyloo, so if he's able to keep getting out some units here and also picking off that mothership core was huge, he'll definitely have a huge advantage, and Gurthang's doing a really smart thing with backing away here without having that recall and time warp at his disposal.
Yep. Now we've got the mothership core coming out for Loopyloo. We also have Blink that's about 90% done. So that will actually make for a very interesting play between these two players. Looks like things have stabilized a little bit. These last 2 sentries are going home. We don't see any more units getting warped in at that forward pylon. It looks like everybody's just kind of resetting and letting things gather and come together. On the income tabs, we kind of see that both players are relatively close. Loopyloo appears to be bringing in more gas, but Gurthang's bringing in a little more minerals. So not a big deal.
Yeah, it's really nice because for Loopyloo, because he was able to get that early 2-2 because he had that early gas advantage, like you just said. That was a really nice point. Whereas Gurthang right now is just establishing those 2 extra extractors that is natural. Oh, and it looks like Gurthang's just getting started on those double ups, whereas Loopyloo's already practically halfway done with his 2-2. He's going to have a huge advantage going into the 14 to 15 minute mark if he decides to push out.
Definitely. And we see that the robotics facility for Gurthang's almost done, whereas the one for Loopyloo is just started now. So probably going to see Immortals after the first initial observer come out from Gurthang. At least that'd be the relatively intelligent thing to do.
Yeah, and it
Lots and
looks
lots
like
of stalkers on the field. You definitely want to get up Immortals relatively quickly.
yeah, one point you actually brought up in our last series casting together, Threxor, is a really nice point, is this map vision idea. Not only does Gurthang have control of this watchtower that's in between their two bases, but he also has these proxy pylons, whereas it looks like Loopyloo hasn't even moved out yet, so he has no idea how many bases his opponent has, let alone sort of what the composition his opponent is going for.
Yeah, and bringing it up right now, so we can see the vision of Gurthang spreads clear across the map, whereas the vision for Loopyloo only goes out that little bit for the engagement. He hasn't really scouted at all. He hasn't really sent anything out. He doesn't even have a confirmation as to where Gurthang is currently located. In the meantime, Gurthang's getting his third base up.
Oh, and it looks like we see a huge major deviation here. It looks like Gurthang's popping out some Immortals and going for that charge play. If he gets like a huge swarm of Zealots, this could spell trouble for Loopyloo's Stalker army. Man, but Loopyloo's just so far ahead on upgrades. Oh, man. Oh, look at that. He's starting +3 attack, +3 armor. Wow, this is going to warrant him a huge advantage in the late game, Threxor.
Yeah, the only thing that I wish that I would see out of Loopyloo is a few more warp gates. Like, the 4 gate is powerful, but at this stage in the game, when you've got 3 bases, you definitely need to be powering up considerably more and getting more warp gates.
Oh, that's true.
Whereas he's up to 7 now, and he's got the robotics facility. And though he's a little bit behind on the upgrades side of things, he's definitely got the production under control. So as the income from these 3 bases starts really rolling in, you'll be able to see Gurthang be able to spend that a lot more efficiently than Loopyloo will.
Yeah, and it looks like Loopyloo is going to sort of clinch a nice tech advantage here with throwing down an earlier robotics bay. Hopefully that early Immortal mix-in to Gurthang's army can be negated by some Colossi. Also, that could spell trouble for a Zealot army if Loopyloo is able to sort of maintain this upgrade advantage. We see this really nice sort of Zealot attack going on these charged rocks, but look at that cannon placement, Threxor.
Absolutely fantastic. So these stocks are going to be able to move over here. It's kind of half risky, half not to move all of the stalkers out of position, because if the army was actually in place, he could just walk the army up. But I don't actually think that Gurthang is going to be able to see what's going on right now, so he only sees a couple of stalkers up there. He doesn't know the whole army just moved over here to help defend these rocks.
Yeah, it's really interesting how sort of scared he is of moving out without having having any sort of a vision at all, just sort of spanning outside of his bases. You saw him really hesitant there to clean up a small Zealot skirmish.
There we go.
Because he didn't know of his main army. Yeah, but we see this Observer moving out now. It's really nice.
Yep.
Looks like he's going to go for the attack immediately.
Yeah, totally. So he's going to be able to see all of this. There's not an observer in place for Gurthang. And this is something that I know a lot of Protoss players don't do a whole lot of. They'll get like their token 1 observer and then that's it. But I remember back playing Brood War, when you played as Protoss, if you went to a late game, you just got observers and you just spread them all over the map.
Yeah. Yeah, absolutely.
And we really don't see that anymore. That pylon actually supply blocked Gurthang for a bit.
Yeah, one really interesting thing is that even though Loopyloo has an upgrade advantage, we see Gurthang with a really strong 30 supply lead over his opponent. And looks like we're having our first major engagement here. These charge lots are getting a nice frontal attack on his army. No force fields seem to be present. Look at that time warp. Wow, those Immortals are doing work.
Yeah, and even though Loopyloo has an upgrade advantage, he doesn't have a tech advantage, and the Immortals just pretty much cleaned up that entire Stalker army, and now they're going to move down in position while the Zealots give chase to the Stalkers.
Oh yeah, and, oh man, Loopyloo really needs to spend that 4,000 mineral, 2,000 gas bank. Oh man, come on, you can do this.
In the meantime, we've got a Zealot run by up in the main base, or up at the third for Loopyloo.
Oh, we see some stalkers come out, but I don't know if that's the smartest decision.
I think that's all Loopyloo really has set up right now is for stalkers. He doesn't really have any tech. It looks like he's trying to get extended thermal lance to get some colossi out, but there are no colossi on the field. He's got an immortal. There's not anything here, and with 4 immortals on the field, just wreaking havoc on this third base of Loopyloo. I don't see him being able to last very long. Even if he does get a Colossus out, these stalkers will just move up underneath it and take it out.
Yeah, Gurthang's really well balanced unit composition seems to be clinching him a strong victory over this stalker based army, and just marching up that ramp to take out these 2 bases just easy as that. We see Loopyloo getting out some colossi. External thermal lance is already on the board, but I don't know how much work.
He's chrono boosting the crap out of those 2 colossi, but they're not going to pop out soon enough to really make a big difference. They're going to pop out and pretty much get picked off.
Yeah, it looks like he's going to get one more major warpin before this sort of Cutler's last thing is going to happen.
Okay, good. So he did rally them behind the actual production facilities, because that would have been terrible if they'd rallied forward.
Many immortals! Oh my goodness! Oh, and he's just marching to victory.
The power of immortals.
Power of YOLO swag seems to be with Gurthang. Oh, getting some nice colossi hit here. And some nice micro by Loopyloo. Unfortunately, it looks like Gurthang's 4 base strong. Oh no, and all these probes are gonna fall. Oh man. Yeah, even though Loopyloo might clean this up, yeah, it looks like the first game is going to be clinched by Gurthang. It's a really interesting matchup there. We saw Loopyloo get a really nice tech advantage and hold off that early push from Gurthang, but it seems like Gurthang was able to just sort of calm himself and stabilize on 3 base and get up that really nice composition and catch up somewhat in upgrades.
Alright. So, next up, we have Secret Spring.
Oh, Secret Spring. Sha-la-la-la-la-la, float along. Listen to the song. The song says, Secret Spring. It was really interesting how we saw sort of 2 faces of gateway play by both players. It seems like Loopyloo really opted for those fast double forges early on to sort of clinch him an advantage, whereas Gurthang instead opted to spend his gas and minerals into early aggression, followed up with a nice incorporation of sentries, immortals, and zealots into his builds. I can't wait to see what both of these players bring up in their next match.
Yep. So just make sure that the seeing what they actually select. It looks like Loopyloo's going random again. Okay, we're gonna go ahead and get this guy started up.
Both of our players showed great sportsmanship and just like having a really relaxed, fun time while still showing some excellent StarCraft games, Drexor. Nothing warms my heart more than seeing 2 awesome players duke it out in a battle of bloody destruction.
Definitely. I'm super stoked and excited for this.
Oh man!
Alright, so we have spawning on the left side of our map. We have our yellow Terran player. Wow. Loopyloo.
And in the right position, it seems like we have another mirror matchup on our hands, Threxor. We have the blue Terran from the Day 9 Ladder Clan, Gurthang. That thing, Gur.
It looks like my encoder smoothed out, so that's always a good sign.
Awesome, that's great. That's good to hear.
Yep.
We see some interesting supply depot placement from Gurthang.
So we have a TVT. Actually, so TVT is my favorite matchup to watch out of all the mirror matchups. I like ZVT a little bit better. Or actually, correction, I like ZVP a little bit better overall.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, ZVP is a great matchup. You see a lot of really interesting macro and counterattack plays come from that. TVT sort of has a stigma about it that it's sort of like a positioning game. Like, if you get your Marine tanks in the correct position, then kill the other person. And if you have more Vikings than the other person, you have air dominance. It's very interesting. But then we can also see really crazy stuff, Drexor. Like Gurthang throwing down this proxy barracks with an early refinery. Looks like he might do some sort of proxy Reaper play.
This is going to be really, really interesting. Like, there's going to be
there's another SCV.
all sorts of anger out of Loopyloo if he doesn't scout this.
Oh no!
Build ruined.
Oh, looks like Gurthang's just going for the early win play here. Oh, let's see if he gets a reactor on this first barracks. No!
Oh my goodness, he's building a Marine?
He's building Marine?
Why?
What?
So, why would you build a Marine? But it is 2 racks proxy, so Marines are the correct choice.
Is he going to try and morph his Marine into like an Uber Baneling or something? I don't know.
I'm totally, he's just gonna rush. He's totally just gonna rush.
Wow, why was this early refinery? I'm so confused, Rexor. Oh no. Oh, and he's gonna... Oh...
Oh, so now Loopyloo knows that there's Marines at the front knocking on his door.
Oh wow! And look at this, Loopyloo taking an early expand. Let's see if what Loopyloo sort of does in response to seeing this early aggression. Oh, he looks like he's bringing SCV up. Is he going to build some sort of tech? Yeah, here comes the early factory from Loopyloo.
Oh, siege tanks win. Siege tanks win. But see, the big thing is Loopyloo doesn't know that this is here. And he's not going to know it for a while. In the meantime, Gurthang's going to just be able to build more and more Marines.
Oh, looks like Gurthang's supply blocked, but... Oh, man.
Not for long. He's going to lose something. Okay, he's not supply blocked anymore.
Oh, no. Oh, man. Gurthang able to keep both of his SCVs alive and both of these Marines. This is going to be huge because he can't...
Okay,
no.
So this Marine that's coming out is going to die instantly. Luckily, it's going to take 2 Marines forever to knock down this wall. It's going to take 4 Marines a little less time, but if we're smart... Okay, Widowmine's coming out. Hellion would have also been a very, very good choice at this point. Because the Hellion can just line these guys up and just burn them and then run away and then burn them.
Oh yeah, it's a really good point. And like, also if he pulls those SCVs, the Hellions can just easily target down those Marines. We're going to see Loopyloo lose both of these supply depots and maybe... Oh no, he's not opting for the double supply depot. Oh man, what's going to happen with this Widowmine?
So the Widowmine has been queued to run away. So he's running away, but Gurthang knows that it's there. Like, Gurthang actively has control of these units.
No. Oh, Loopyloo is just
trying to trigger it. He's trying to trigger it. There it is. Triggered it. So now he knows he can move in. Bunker's trying to go down, but it's going to get picked off too.
That's...
Hellions come out. The scan goes down. Widowmine gets picked off. All the SUVs are pulled off the line. They're trying to kill off these Marines. This push is going so strong. This 2-gate proxy looks like he's going to win. He retreats back to the ramp. SUV's dying left and right. We're up to 7. He's about to lose 8. The Hellion finally comes out. But I think it's a little too late.
Yeah, well, oh man, we see Loopyloo with still an impressive bank with like over 700 minerals, but he just lost all of his SCVs, Darksor. I'm kind of worried about what's going to happen for the rest of the game.
Okay, so he could totally use this one Hellion to maybe clean this up, but there's just so many Marines. He's still... Gurthang's still producing 2 Marines.
Oh no! The Hellion goes down. Oh man. Looks like Loopyloo is trying to channel the power of YOLO swag with this last Hellion. at these Marines.
Oh, he's got an SCV trying to repair the Hellion, but will it be too little? Oh, the double burst from the Marines kills off the last Hellion. They're going to kill off this SCV. There's Marines everywhere just randomly attacking buildings now. Loopyloo saying, "You're so mean, QQ." Oh, and the GG. Gurthang's going to win our second match.
Yeah, it looks like Gurthang picking up that really strong 2-0.
It was definitely very, very interesting. The cat's coming to this building. Oh,
So
man.
that's kind of interesting to see Gurthang mine gas for the entire game, but not actually spend any of it. Oh.
All right.
I don't know how to do anything else with Karen. Alright, so we're gonna get Gurthang back in this chat, and maybe Luke can do this to throw off an ending interview to close out this series.
I don't even know the hotkeys.
Man, my brain hurts so much from those mind games.
That was good times, though.
Oh yeah. I think the only thing that could have made it better is if we had Vonnie Research Station as a map.
You just really like Vonnie Research Station, though.
I'm not gonna lie. If Vonnie Research Station was my Valentine yesterday for XOR. I'm not gonna lie.
It's a good map.
It is. It's a decent map.
It's the greatest map ever.
All right. Well, it looks like you guys decided at the last minute to change to Yellow Slag Random. For both of you guys, it actually made this extremely entertaining to watch.
Yeah, that was stressful. The most stressful moment of that entire thing was going into game 1. Fingers crossed, hoping that I wasn't Zerg, because I cannot play Zerg. I don't have my hotkeys set up for Zerg, nothing. I've never played Zerg against another human being.
So you main as Protoss though, so you got really, really lucky with getting Protoss on that first game.
I went yes, like audibly, like I spoke to myself when that game started. Like, oh, thank God.
That's good times. That's totally good times. So the first game, Protoss versus Protoss. I'm going to ask this of Loopyloo first. What was your game plan? Was your game plan just to go mass blink stalker and just cross your fingers and hope, or was there actually like some semblance of decision making behind that? So he can get started typing on that, and I'm going to come to you, Gurthang, and say, all right, so you're playing against somebody that just randomed his Protoss, and your first scout was a lucky scout, and you hit his base like right off the bat.
Yeah.
What were you kind of thinking as you started going through that game?
Well, the first part of just getting the scout in is just, oh, well, good. I figured out where he was first off, and then I'm like, I sit around for a little bit, and based on a ladder game I played earlier today, I'm like, well, if he doesn't come and try and get rid of the probe, maybe he doesn't see it yet. Aha! Let's go hide a pylon. It worked for me earlier today, but he was on top of his stuff and went and killed it. So I was like, oh, no 4-gate for me. So luckily he killed the pylon before I put down the 4th gateway, so I didn't really have to commit to it. So it's just like, all right, 3-gate expand, that works too. So that's what we did. I was flying by the seat of my pants the entire time, really.
So he says that was indeed it. Go Mass Stalker, went on upgrades, and hope that you also went Mass Stalker that could die to Immortals.
Never.
Saw the pylon, missed it, and went back feeling like a retard. Good times. Okay, so the last game 2. You handpicked Terran, knowing that you are terrible with it.
I did. Because I knew that I was worse as Zerg, and the 10 or 15 seconds of extreme anxiety waiting to see what you are is more stressful than just picking something.
Okay.
So that's why I did it. So like if we're gonna go random, fine. I'll pick something that's not Protoss, but I'm not picking random because that's just too much.
Jesus wouldn't give me Zerg. I like it. I like it a lot. So Loopyloo is saying, "Don't worry." Terran is also his worst. Of course, RNGesus wouldn't give him Zerg.
So arguably his Terran actually looks like real Terran. My Terran is, hey look, I built like 10, 12 SCVs. Let's stop SCV production altogether and just build Marines until we win or die. That's literally all I know how to do.
So okay. So I'm gonna ask you this direct question because ZRQ in chat is like losing his mind. Why did you bother getting gas if you were gonna two-Rex proxy into Marines?
Because I was thinking to myself, ooh, proxy 2-Rex Reaper is a thing, right? Let's do that. And then as soon as I started doing it, I was like, but I'm really bad at controlling Reapers. We should stop this right now and just go for Marines because I know what to do with those.
Oh my god.
And I never pulled the guys off gas. I was just like, well, Marines are cheap. I'm used to having to pay 100 resources for every unit I build. So now I could just like spam units. At least that's what it feels like to me.
Nice.
I have no grasp on the speed of the economy of the other two races. I just don't understand how they come up with so much money, and then I realize it's because I'm not spending it fast enough.
It's like, how do you get so much money? Well, we get the same amount of money. We just actually spend it on useful things. And you're like, no, my dream is shattered. No.
I just did the click less.
It was all lies.
All right. So apparently Loopyloo was also going to try and go for Reaper, but forgot his gas. So with that being
That's what he meant when he said, "Oh, ruined the build."
Yep. He did try and recover. I mean, we thought that he was going for maybe some sort of siege tank play, but then all of a sudden you like broke down his front door, and he suddenly was like, "Oh shit, I've got to do something, and I've got this factory here. Let's make a widow mine."
But I'm Terran now, so I have a scan. That's so useful. It's like, oh, detection on command.
And I don't have to fly anything over there.
I don't have to tech up for it. I just get it. It's so nice.
Ta-da!
Terran's so strong. Too strong. All right.
Worst race ever.
Do you guys have any shout outs or last minute things to say before we shut down the stream for the night?
No, I can't say that I do.
Okay, hold on. I have to click a link. Here we go. Everybody hold on to your pants. Here we go.
Oh, this could be bad.
Oh, okay. Yes, that. Okay, so you just want me to copy and paste some stuff? Here we go.
Oh no.
Okay.
Hello, my name is Mike. Welcome to our language portal.
Yes.
I want to introduce a new text-to-speech service, which means I can read out anything
Yes.
you like.
I heard
My
that.
colleagues speak English, Chinese, French, German,
Yes,
Italian,
morning
Japanese,
dumps.
Korean, Portuguese,
Thank you,
Russian, and
Loopyloo.
Spanish.
Yes.
Just type a word or a phrase, or copy and paste any text,
Say it.
and I'll say it back for you.
Morning dumps.
You can also translate your text to
All
any
right.
of the available
So we've learned
languages,
something
and I
valuable.
will read out the translation.
Nailed it. So I don't know if mine didn't load up correctly, but I just got like the brief on it. I don't know if he actually sent something to us.
Yeah, I heard it was really soft though, so I'm not sure if everybody else heard it, but it was glorious.
That was awesome.
Glory.
All right. So, Covert, you have any last minute words?
Yeah, shout out to you guys for playing an awesome series. Thanks for keeping it so cool and awesome. You guys are really great players and really nice. And also shout out to you, Threxor, for co-casting 2 matches in a row. three matches in a row for you, and then like finding time to eat food and stuff. That was really impressive. So thanks again for hosting the stream and casting for me.
Yeah, no problem. I want to just thank all the guys that came in and showed up. A big shout out to Ghost Gambit, who actually stuck it out even though my encoder decided to like take a dump in the middle of it. Thanks for sticking it out. The encoder smoothed out between the first and second games, and the second game was a lot smoother. So it was always good to that. Loopyloo says thanks to Day Nights, and he loves the support to the DK show matches. So with that being said, we're going to shut it down for the evening. Everyone have a wonderful night, and we will see you guys next time.
All right.
Bye.